Hello and welcome back to Factorio C Block. In our last episode, we took a look at the gas processing, which turns one of the outputs from the oil refining process, the oil and gas separation process, into acid gas, which we cannot use yet. And these three gases, butane, ethane, and methane. And that gives us, those are kind of end products for right now, at least. I think we might be able to use them. I mean, not end products, but end products in this process right now. And then we'll be able to use them for a little bit later. But we also have, and I forgot to do this before I started, but we also have the crude oil we need to manipulate and work with. So I wanted to make some area here, some space here for building this. I don't know how much exactly we'll need, but I know we'll need some. So let's just build a bit here, and then we can, expand that again later. Okay, so we have that, and we want to do this process, which is oil processing, which we unlocked a couple of episodes ago. Oh, and by the way, I apologize for missing an extra episode last week. I wasn't feeling well and couldn't really get a recording in, so I'm hoping to have 3 this week to make up for that, but if I don't, life happens, I guess. So oil refining turns crude oil, 100 crude oil every 6 seconds, into oil residuals, base mineral oil, fuel oil, and naphtha. And we'll want to make all of those. We have to make all of those, and we'll have to figure out what they're all used for in the next bit of process here. So the oil residuals, what are those used for? Oil residuals. Usage, residual gas, and a residual gas process we don't have yet. That's a bit down the line, actually. And then we have, that's it. That's literally it. Okay, and then this is produced from here, so we can do that. These are used in making coolant. Cool. Synthesis and residual gas with the cracking process. Steam cracking too. Also a blue sciencey thing. This here is a blue sciencey thing, so we get a little bit of time for both of those. Lubricant is a red-green thing, so we can actually do that now, assuming we get some residual gas from someplace. And then, when I say now, I mean, soon, not today. And then alumina to make polishing compound, with alumina to make polishing compound. Alrighty, and then we can go back to this, and fuel oil is, we know how to use fuel oil. We've used fuel oil before, in addition to making fuel out of it. We can also, we'll be able to crack it into these two gases. Okay, that's good. Liquid fuel as well with residual gas, and we can burn it as literally liquid fuel, and those are gray, so those don't count. Which we are set up to do with the fuel oil that we made a while ago from this process here, turning all of these into nutrient pulp, and then we turn that into fuel oil and water. So we have all of that already being used, and we have the ability for this to kick on and off depending on that. But actually kind of more on that later. Let's go with this. And then finally, naphtha is used in making of liquid plastic, which I think a lot of people do know that. With polyethylene, we can also make solid fuel out of it with the charcoal. And then we can also use the green metal catalyst, which we can't make yet. This is all later stuff, by the way. We can't do a damn thing with it right now. But, like right now for today kind of thing. We can make, with red metal catalyst, it turns into propene. And then we can use steam cracking to make it into those. And we can make it into mineral oil with thermal water. We know about thermal water. We had some of that down here. And carbon monoxide. So it's kind of like almost like an anti-cracking. Like we can turn it back, almost turn it into a heavier oil kind of thing. And then chemical laser flash fuel, I have no idea what that's for. These other things, and then we get into the grays again, which are a lot of things we cannot do. So right now, the immediate is just storing those things up and seeing what we can do with them later. Did I put these in a line, by the way? I was wondering that earlier, and then I didn't check it. How do I keep hitting X? If I come over here like this, did I put this? I did. Okay, good. So let's grab what we need for this process, which was a oil refinery. Oil processing, which we unlocked here as part of this too. We also unlocked one of those fluid tanks that we looked at the last time. I don't think there's any advantage to these one over the other than the size and the appearance of them. But anyways, oil refineries, I made a couple. I don't know how many we're going to actually need here, but we can take a look at that. And these are more or less the vanilla oil refineries here, just tweaked a little bit by Bob, I think, mostly, but then also Angel. So these will take in 100 crude oil every 6 seconds at speed 1, and this is outputting how much again? This is outputting 70 crude oil every 2 seconds. So that means we're getting, in 6 seconds, we're getting 210. So technically we need 3 of these, actually. More than 2, anyway. For now, yeah, let's make a 3rd one. I think I have the stuff to make a 3rd one. Let's go ahead and just set it up. Oil refinery, yes. Because I don't believe crude oil is actually used for anything other than crude. Other than one of a couple of refining recipes. This one, and this one here that uses hydrogen, and this one that uses residual gas, and then this doesn't count here. We don't use the grays, so this one and the rest of them don't count. So yeah, so there's 3 different recipes for these, but they all are turning crude oil. Crude oil is being turned into the same things at the same place, just at different ratios. Very similar to vanilla, once again. And we'll take this, split it off like that. That's fine. And then we can put 3 of these down. I'm going to put the space in between them, largely because we have... that was drunken. Largely just because we have 3 outputs, and I want to make sure that we don't mix them, but we can also do the underground thing to not mix them. That's fine. You, and then you here. And there, not that. That should be more than enough. And then we can bring our power line. Maybe I should have just done this like this. Just had like a power bus going through here, although... yeah. Well, it fits. It's fine. And that'll go there. That's fine. A little bit of a power bus going through there. And we'll crack that, or refine that oil into these component gases. Or fluids, I should say, not necessarily, I think they're all liquids in this case, but these component gases. And then we're going to want to do this, which I might have tied myself into too much of a knot here in terms of positioning of these things, which is not good. So maybe I need to not do every other line and just do every single line and hope and pray that I don't jack this up worse. Let's go there, and then we'll go off by 2 and... this one here, I think. If I don't screw that up. Let me make sure before I place anything in those that I have this, and then I have one here. I have 1, 2 below that. Yeah, so that'll be in the middle. Okay, that's probably fine. And then the final one could go... actually, maybe I could move these up by that much. It's in the middle of my power bus line, but that's okay. And I can come over here and go like this. And is that going to be fine? I think so. I'm 1 Jack's tank short. Make one. And I have to make some iron pipes because I don't have any on me. Let's see. Yeah, you're here, so that means that this one is free. Okay. And then we'll just do this kind of thing again. Going here, there, and there with these and that, and then we can copy this whole thing and that and this minus you, and you. Pipe this all down, and we can go here, there. Uh-oh, this is actually probably going to be a problem. I should have thought about that. Can I go from here down to there? Go. Wally. Okay, well then you don't get to go here anymore. You can go here. And we'll just pipe this out. I'm going to take you out, and we'll come out to there. And that shouldn't be in line with anything else because it's even number, odd number thing. Alright, so that makes those 3 oils. And we also have that solid we need to get out of here. So I'm going to do that via a belt here. Starting there, I think. And just put those into a box. Now, I don't want to put it in, probably not into a regular box, but maybe one of these silos or warehouses. Probably the silo. just to make sure that we have enough room for them, because as we found out, it's a blue science thing. It's going to be a while before we get there. Uh-oh. We are actually having power troubles. Uh-oh. Yeah, silo? There. That's all right. That's small enough. I'm going to put it all the way down here, though. And this won't reach. I'm going to have to do a red underground, I think. Because I don't even think this will reach. Yeah, it won't reach. I'm going to do a red underground here. I guess I could make one. We've been doing that lately, so why not? Just make some steel gears. And that can go in there. We will do this with it. That means you need power. And that means that you also will need to have inserters, which means that maybe I want to shift those power poles over here by one. That's a good idea. In which case, let's do this way then. Because I don't know, it looks less goofy, I guess. Red belt underground, there it is. Here to there. And then that'll get us all of this purple goo into a silo that we can have for a million years, maybe. We're making one every... We're basically making like 2.1 every 6 seconds because we're only making enough crude for 2.1 of these. I think, if I did the math correctly. So in that case, yeah, in that case, this one's not running very often. Actually, its output is full. Oh, somebody deleted a pipe. Who did that? Couldn't have been me. Definitely couldn't have been me. And so we have all these things now. I think the next thing we'll want to do follows off of that. I think it's this one, steam cracking. Yes, it is steam cracking. This unlocks a new building called a steam cracker. And that lets us do the green metal catalyst to convert naphtha into butadiene and residual gas. Naphtha with a red metal catalyst into propene. We can also make methane into methanol, ethane into ethylene, butane into benzene, methanol into propene. So we have two routes for propene here. The naphtha to propene, and then the methane to methanol to propene. And then propene, I think, is used for making plastic. I think. Maybe not. Don't believe me for anything. But we'll make those in the next or coming episodes. And we're also going to have to deal with power, though. Because, like I said, power is an actual problem right now. So we may jump into a quick sidebar of making a new power build. One way we could do it is to take another copy of this. But this is freaking huge and expensive, for lack of a better word. It's not really expensive because everything is basically free because you're getting everything from the water, but it's kind of huge, kind of annoying. And I think there's actually, I know there's a better way we can do power production with fuel oil. So I think we should do that, turning some of these plants into actually a practical process, not just this kind of a little bit of exploratory stuff here and discovery stuff here that we aren't really using to its fullest extent. So I think we'll do that as maybe the third episode this week, set up that power for that function, and then we can come back to processing of this next week, but we'll see. I'm not sure if I'll have the time for that, so we'll see. It'll be pending. How about that? But for now, we have a lot more of these chemicals, yeah, Petrochem, basically petrochemicals, and we are turning a small amount of this crude oil, reducing this crude oil we have accumulated here into other things as we can. And so as this processes, as this runs, we will have more of the output products and less of these sort of base products of raw gas and crude oil. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.